carbohydrates with more than one sugar units. Sugars based on the number of sugar units. FG based on the number of sugar units. One, so you have monosaccharides. So ito yung have one sugar unit. So, two, meron ang disaccharide. Two sugar units. Pag sinabing trisaccharide is sugar units. So, halimbawa, maltose contains two sugar units. So, dalawang glucose, dalawang glucose, so this is maltose. Since meron siyang one glucose, one glucose, siya is a disaccharide. So, mga oligosaccharides are actually glucosaccharides. They contain 2 to 9 sugar units. More than that, mga polysaccharides, they have like 100 sugar units. Polysaccharides. More polysaccharides. More than 100 sugar, greater than 100 sugar. Sa malalaking sugar, polysaccharides. So let's look at the types of linkages. So meron tayong alpha-1 for linkage, meron tayong beta-1 for linkage, meron tayong alpha-1, pinaka-common ito, 1,6 linkage. Ito nanggagaling ko dun sa orientation, dun sa anomeric carbon. Halimbawa, like for example, for 2 glucose. CH2OH, or maltose. So what type of linkage is this? Pag binamberan mo siya, this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. This is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. So the linkage is 1, 4. 1 and 4. Ang orientation is down. So this is an alpha 1, 4 linkage. The anomeric carbon here is oriented downward. So this is alpha 1. Ito yung mga characteristic linkage na starches. Sa mga halaman, yung starch, these are actually alpha 1. Meron tayong enzymes that can digest starches, yung alpha amylases. And kaya tayo kumakain ng mga rice, potato, because they have the enzymes. Hindi ko lang beta 1, beta 1. Beta 1,4 naman, para rin siya, glucose din siya eh, pero iba lang yung linkage niya. H, tapos nasa itaas siya. Bababa. So, ang importante itong carbon na yun because that is the anomeric carbon. Ito, hindi ito anomeric carbon. When you look at the anomeric carbon, pwede rin kasi isulat yung, yung pagpisa ng sa libro na talagay yung ganito. Talagay niya. So, it means na yung OH niya nakataas kasi ito nasa taas. So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ang leakage is 1, 4. So 1, 4 pa rin ang leakage. Pero ito, nakataas yung OH. So this is a theta 1. Ito, nakababa siya. So this is a alpha. This is a theta 1. Ito yung mga leakages na nakikita sa cellulose. Sa mga dyaryo, mga kahoy. Wala tayong enzymes that can digest paper or kahoy, kaya hindi tayo kumakain ng papel. Pero, since they're not digested, they form the soluble fibers sa diet na kumain tayo na kangkong. Kangkong actually contains mga cellulosic material kasi yung cell membrane ng yung mga plant cells kasi meron silang cellulose. Yung cell wall nila, it contains cellulose. Kahit itong mga kahoy kasi, patay na yung halaman eh. But it's still very hard because the cellulose still intact in the cells. Wala na cytoplasm yan, pero yung kanyang cellular structure, it's made strong by cellulose. Ang leakage, they are actually glucose. Glucose sila, no? Para silang asukal din. Pero ang kanilang linkage nga lang is beta 1. Sa sikmura natin, in our stomach, we do not have cellulase. So we cannot digest mga kangkong, malunggay, gano'n. So when you eat kangkong or malunggay, paglabas nito sa tiyan nyo, mukhang kangkong pa rin ang malunggay. Hindi siya na-digest. But the good thing is, while it's going down your intestines, nalilinis niya yung intestine. Kumbaga merong mga nakadikit doon ng mga food materials, mga starches, parang yung kakayod niya na nalilinis niya. Very gentle yung intestine. That's why it's good to eat plant materials because it cleans out your intestines. More fibers. Then yung isang leakage, the alpha-1,6. Ito ay usually seen for sa mga so you found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yung linkage nito between carbon 1 and carbon 6. So 1 and 6. The orientation of the OH is down, so it's alpha. Ito yung short ng alpha. Alpha 1, 4, beta 1, 4, alpha 1, 6. These are the most common leakages. Okay. So let's try to find out what is in the structure of carbohydrates. Sign lang natin, ano? So building blocks of carbohydrates are monosaccharides and sugars, monosaccharides, polyhydroxy, aldehydes or ketones, Fischer projection. Simplest aldose is D-glyceraldehyde. D represent the right-handedness configuration of the sugar relative to the location of the OH of the last group of the last chiral carbon, which is known as the reference carbon. It's also the coordinate carbon. Glyceraldehyde is an alpha means it contains 3 carbons. Since it is the aldose of the carbon atom. So, when I ask you, The number of carbons of the smallest monosaccharide, 3. The number of carbons present in the smallest monosaccharide is ribose. And that is diglyceraldehyde for the aldehyde series. It is dihydroxyacetone for the ketosis. So the most important aldopentones are ribose because it's part of the DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, the ribonucleic acid. The simplest ketose is dihydroxyacetone. All the monosaccharides can be represented by Fischer projection. They exist biologically in cyclic form. They're called Hayward structures. The intramolecular reaction with the carbonate, blah blah blah, it produces furan and pyran. Furan, it has 5-member ring. When you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the pyran, it has 6-member ring. When you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then meron siya mga how to draw. So dito, tinuro ko na sa inyo how to draw na. And then the alpha and beta designation. It will be OH carbon at the end. If the OH at the anomeric carbon is down, it's alpha. If it is up, it's beta. The anomeric carbon, it can be located either up or down, blah blah blah. Right. Disaccharide. So disaccharide is formed with 2 simple sugars and joined by a glycosidic bond. It's an ether bond. So ether bond ROR kind of bond is formed by condensing ribosogroups due to monosaccharide. In the process to produce leakages, such as in the production of maltose, you have an alpha-1,4 linkage, and in glucose alpha-1,4 glucose unit. So alpha-D glucopyranosyl 1,4-glucopyranose. For the polysaccharides, which are made up of multiple numbers of sugar units joined by glycosidic linkages, they usually function as structural components or energy sources. Energy sources such as starch, structural components such as cellulose. The most important polysaccharides are starch, glycogen, and cellulose. Glycogen is the storage carbohydrate present in animal tissue. They are usually found in muscles and in the liver. And in plants, the storage polysaccharide is starches. Starch and glycogen can be used as energy sources. They are the storage form of glucose in plants and animals respectively. Both are made up of glucose chains and are joined by alpha-1,4 starches and rich on amylose and pectin. Amylose is a branch polymer of glucose, forms chemical structure of water. Iodine can fit into the core and returns bluish black as an iodine test, which is a usual qualitative test for the presence of starch. So here's the presence. Ito yung mga alpha-1,4 linkages. Yung mga branching na, this is actually the alpha-1,6 linkage. Yung mga papagalang taas, bababa ng alpha-1,6. Glycogen resembles a peptide except that it's more branch because of the alpha-1,6 branches occurs every 10 glucose residues of the alpha-1,4 backbone. Glycogen is stored in the liver, muscles, and reserves energy. Cellulose is the primary constituent of cellular plants. It is made up of glucose residues during the beta-1,4 for cellulose is beta-1. The linear structure of cellulose makes it suitable for action providers that are stabilized by hydrogen plant. Furthermore, cellulose is combined with various synthetic materials like cellulase. Then, now if you have the activity